Everyone, I'm not a little bit country or a little bit rock and roll, but I might be a little bit crazy because we're at the lake and the temp is only like, what, 66, I believe. But we're standing in the sun, so the sun feels really good. I have on my work jacket that I used to work in, which is substantial, and I have one of those hospital blankets wrapped around my shoulders. It's windy and the water is a little choppy, so I don't know how this day is going to work out for us, but I wanted to come back to Teeple Lake so that I can show this beautiful lake to my Uncle Frank. I want to tell you, Frank, that I love you, and I know that my parents loved you, as well as the entire family. Excuse my rollers. I have something to do tomorrow, so I was like, I'm not taking out my rollers just to go fishing. And then we're right next door. This lake is 2 minutes from the house, so I'm gonna change the direction of the camera so that you can see the lake now. There we go. I wish that I could do a zoom so you could see a little bit better. We're on the pier, and thank goodness the pier sits out from the shore, because back by the shore it's kind of shady. So of course the temp is going to be a little bit chillier back there. And this pier is right next to the beach area. The first time we came, we saw a couple of ladies actually standing in the beach water fishing, but they were close to the shore. I don't know what they got, but they were over there for a while. And that was our first time. We didn't even have any equipment with us, but we just kind of wanted to come and explore our neighborhood and kind of get to know it a little bit. All right, so I hope that you enjoyed seeing this lake, Lake Teeple, in the Highland Recreational Center in White Lake, Michigan. I love you, Uncle Frank. I'm going to attach this clip to some other clips. All right, see you guys later. You put worms on both of mine? Mm-hmm. Okay. Make sure that this is not twisted. That is straight. Oh, I don't have a bobber? Oh, yes, I do. Okay. I'm used to the red and white bobbers. I don't like these stick bobbers. It is what it is. Do we need to get some more bobbers? Mm-hmm. I like those real big fat bobbers. Red and white bobbers. Kim, if you get to watch this video, if I catch a fish today, I am going to take it home and clean it and put it in the freezer for you. She had me cracking up this morning. She was like, why are they throwing the fish back? I was like, girl, that was the week after we moved, and I didn't want to clean anything else. All I could think about was just relaxing, and then whatever my next game plan was to like get some more things unpacked, because at that point I hadn't even unpacked my clothes. He unpacked his clothes in one day. My clothes unfortunately stayed in the bags for what, 2 weeks. I was trying to get it done in 1 week, but I didn't. I was hit, and I was so glad that we were finally in there. Boom. I didn't even have uh, clothes out to wear to church one Sunday. Good thing it was second Sunday, Youth Sunday, and I had my t-shirt was in the drawer, and I had a pair of purple slacks because we wear purple or lavender on the second Sunday for Youth Sunday. So thank goodness I had that. The Lord looked out for me. I didn't have to worry and run in the garage and figure out where something was that I could possibly put on that day. But if I get a fish, girl, I'm going to put your name on it for Kim. And I'll even season it too, so that all you have to do is take it out and shake it up in your flour and cornmeal mixture, or I don't know, you might, maybe I won't season it because a lot of people like to use that, oh goodness, that breading mixture by Louisiana, or Zatarain's, because they got the lemon pepper and some other flavors. A lot of people like to use that. So no, I won't season it. That is real good. We use that a lot at church. We fried the fish for the church anniversary year before last. And I was so tired of frying fish that after everybody ate, I just took our fish home, and I took some of that seasoning mix. The fish came out so good. Our church loves to eat. They will eat up some fish and some chicken. Right now, we're preparing for the pastor's anniversary next month, but they're looking into having that catered. But I think it's gonna be too much. So if it's too much, if the church buys the, oh, you got one? Uh-oh, Kim. Wait, we got to show you. Hold on for 1 minute until he comes over and shows it. But it's a bluegill, and those are the best fish to eat in the world. Let me get out the way so he can come and show you your fish. Now that's going to make a nice sandwich. You're going to have to go over by the beach and get some water to put in the bucket to keep him. Maybe just leave them off over to the side until after you get the water, and then take them loose. Because he's going to die before then.
Yeah, he's going to die when I get that hook out because he swallowed it.
Oh, he swallowed the whole hook? Oh, God. Well, you don't want to leave them in the water till after you get some water in the bucket? He swallowed the hook, Kim, but it'll come out when I clean him. I wished I had brought some things with me so I could clean the fish here and not clean it at the house, but I can go out on the patio and clean it. Now he caught one, but I want to catch one for you. So you can, so you and William both can have a fish sandwich. But I'm definitely taking him home. Come on, let me get a fish, please. Yep, it's not, I wish it was bigger. And then that way, you could, you know, make a real meal out of it. But that size right there is just like for maybe a fish sandwich, not a whole dinner. But if we had kept that pike, that would have made a meal for you guys. All you would need is some french fries and a salad, or either baked potato in a salad or a coleslaw, however you like it. He's still working with them, trying to put him on this line so that he can put him back down into the water until we leave. Yep. You're gonna be good on some wheat bread, girl. Yep, if we had kept all the fish that we did catch that first week, now that would have been some good eating. Some really good eating. I'm not getting any kind of bite. And he went to the side that I normally fish on. He usually fishes on the other side.
Yeah, I don't.
Yes, you do. He took my spot.
Go on over there. I ain't doing that.
No, I'll stay over this way. Since I got the camera this direction. Is that on? No, that's not on the film. So you can't see him what he's doing. He has the fish on a long cord and tying it to the rail of the pier so the fish can continue to live until we get ready to go. Uh-oh, did I feel something? I might just have a little tail. What do I have? Oh boy, I might have got, I don't think that's a fish. What is this? Oh, I think I'm getting ready to have my line get broke. Okay, thank you. I pulled back on, I couldn't get it. Now, if my worm is gone, it was a fish, and then he took me in the, no, the worm is still there, because sometimes the fish will grab your worm, and then when you try to reel it in, it'll pull you into the grasses, so they can get tangled up and get a loose. Yep, it's kind of hard for me to see this stick bobber, like it's something.
Where your other phone
Huh? The other one? Yeah, okay. My pink pole. Okay, I'm gonna stand this one up here. Get my pink pole. we came, I could see a bunch of fish right here. But I don't see anything today. Where are you, fishy? That didn't go out far enough. Come on, fishies. Where are you? Here's a cushion. I forgot I have this chair that belonged to Daddy. It's like a camp chair. And I should have brought that with me because there's no bench on this pier like the other piers that we go to. But I'm used to standing. That's one thing on my job that I worked on. We had to be on our feet pretty much the entire day. The only time that we sat down is when we finished our patients and had to document. So I'm used to standing. You can't sit down and do therapy with people, that's for sure. Well, there's some things you can do, but most of the time you're on your feet. That's probably why I have bad varicose veins. But then again, those run in the family. I want to catch a fish. I hear somebody talking. Somebody must be coming up the trail. I don't see him yet. Oh, look at over there.
What?
He has his dog, and then somebody's in a motor scooter. There they are. I knew I heard somebody. Family taking a walk with their baby. The dog looking over here at us. Yep, before we got to this lake today, we drove a little further down and went down, was it Harvey Lake Road? But down that road is horse trails and camping. But then when we turned on, I know the street started with the L, or road I should say, because it's all gravel. Pretty much gravel, dirt road type of thing. But once we got down to a certain point, we started to see garbage cans and mailboxes. And I'm like, there's people living out here where you camp at? But yes. And we happened to find Dodge Park number 10. But that park is just for picnics. It didn't have a lake attached to it. At least we didn't see one. But we kept driving and ended up getting back to Duck Lake Road, which I knew would take us back up to Highland so that we could come into the front entrance. We did pass Teeple Lake Road, but I said, I don't know if we should turn here because just because the street is named Teeple Lake doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to put us off at the lake. So we just came in the front entrance to the park, or recreation center, I should say. But they have everything: fishing, camping, horseback riding, a lot of things to do. A lot of line here. Let me tighten this up some and check my... Nope, I still have a worm. I'm trying to remember the last day that we came out 2 years ago when I had my knee surgery. We weren't able to go fishing together that summer. I had my surgery in August, so we had like Indian summer in October. And so I said, let's go fishing today, and we did. And I did a video and posted it. And I remember as I walked back to the car, there were so many leaves on the ground, and you could just hear them every step that I took, like just crunching up under my feet. So we have fished in October before, but you just don't get a lot of fish in October. Like, I think he was really lucky to get that bluegill today. If we could just get a couple more. Yeah, this line. What line is this? Is this one mine? Yep, it is. Let me reel this in. It's too much. The wind is just blowing my line everywhere. I just about reeled it all the way back in. Huh? Yep, I am. Let me finish this one first. Not yet. No bite yet. Nope, I still have all of my worm on both rods. I'll be glad when spring comes again. And then it won't be as windy. Things will start to warm up. We can have a whole season of fishing. But there are so many lakes that we have yet to visit. There's one called Indian Springs Lake. We want to find that one. And then there's another one inside this park, but how I read the map, it's on the other side of Highland Road, which is M59. So I probably need to talk to the gatekeeper and ask them how do we get there, so we can see what that lake is about. But I want to experience at least 2 new lakes each week, and we still won't have them all covered. I really wish that we could go on Oxbow Lake, but that's a private lake, where all the houses are. And when we pass that lake as we drive, we never see anybody outside, not even sitting on the patio or on the grassy area behind their homes. They're not doing anything. I don't think we've seen anybody in that lake since we began to first move in August, and when we came out to take a tour of the condo. But everybody has boats, everybody has pontoons,
All covered up.
and they're just all covered up, just sitting there. And I'm like, why aren't they taking advantage of all of this beauty and glory? But maybe they've become accustomed to it over the years, over time. But as for me, if I had a house that I could just walk directly out the back door to the lake, I would be at the lake every day. Even if I weren't fishing, I would sit there and read, study my scriptures, and just relax. Do something. It's like you guys are letting all of this go to waste. Now, is this my line? This one came all the way over there by you. Let me grab it. Yet the water has a lot of movement. So even though I'm throwing out in this direction, the wind is blowing east and carrying my line, and I'm throwing out west. Okay. Now if it comes back over this way again, I know that there's an issue. Did I see a fish jump up? I think I did. Not too far from where I threw out. I'll just watch my Bible. Where's my red Bible? Oh, it's just sitting right there. Just keep an eye on my Bible, because I think I saw a fish jump up right there. Oh God, I wish I had remembered to bring my chair so I could just sit out here and enjoy this water. We both, our feelings were kind of hurt when we first moved in. I looked at the map. I found our address on the map, but we decided to come out and kind of see what it looked like. I mean, they all look similar. It's just that everybody's facade is a different color. And We came to the address, and I remember seeing some things on the front porch. I'm like, oh, it looks like they moved out and left some things here. And it looked like from the front window, because they had a front window and I could see clear back to their patio, where our door is. You can't see, well, you can see straight back to the patio, but we don't have a front window in the living room. Our front window is the guest room. But anyway, long story short, we go there, and at that address, there's a water feature. There's a retention pond with a water feature. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be nice, you know. We can sit here and look at this water. And then it was an in unit, no neighbor to the right of us, but there was a neighbor to the left, of course. And come to find out, oh, he didn't tell me. Another fish. That's a perch, right?
No, that's a bass.
That's a bass?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I don't see any lines. Okay. Well, if you got a bluegill and a bass, Kim, he's catching them. I'm going to catch it at church, because he's going to tell everybody that he caught all the fish today and that I didn't catch any. Anyway, back to my story before I get to the next story. At the property, they have duplicate addresses, but it's the street that makes the difference. Come to find out, when we came that day to pick up our keys and we pulled in front of the same address, but it was a different property, we just looked at each other and we were like, what the? So we've gotten used to it. We absolutely love the place. We are highly favored, highly blessed, and that's all I can say. But having that water feature at the retention pond would have been nice. Bring that over here so that Kim can see her fish. Okay. There you go. A small bass and a bluegill just for you. Now I gotta clean these and take them to her Saturday when I go to the memorial service. And yep, Kim is my bestie from high school. So many years I have been knowing this beautiful woman, but she recently lost her dad. As a matter of fact, in the same month that I lost my dad 5 years ago, they both passed in September. I know it was the 20-something he passed away. I want to say the 23rd or 27th. I apologize, I can't remember the exact date. But she recently lost her dad, and they're going to have his memorial service on Saturday. So I'm going to clean these fish and take them to her. She's going to be shocked. So they have to be frozen. I'm not going to even tell her. I'm just going to surprise her and then tell her to watch the video. Yeah, but you know, I'm just overjoyed, happy. So is my husband, that we could, you know, at least partially fulfill a dream that we had, which was to live on the lakefront, because we just enjoy fishing and being at peace on the water. And you know, our thoughts are not God's thoughts, and God's thoughts are certainly not our thoughts. But who knows? We still could have an opportunity to live on the lakefront. Wouldn't that be something? Now, if I had to move again, I just would hire the moving company to do everything except for my very personal stuff, because I could have paid pods and I could have paid the professional movers to pack and unpack. They have that service. So I know if the Lord blesses us to have a lakefront property instead of the lake next door, that's what we'll be doing. We'll be paying somebody to do all that, because that was no joke, wasn't it, Ben? All right, he has 2 fish and I have 0. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I had a chalkboard at the house that we sold. And it was just a paper chalkboard, like a sticky. So I had it posted on the side of the pantry. And I had our names on it and the various years. And I made a mistake after I got the new chalkboard and threw the whole thing out. And I probably should have at least taken a picture of it. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just happy to have a new chalkboard, but I posted the chalkboard and have on there the date that we started fishing after the move and how many fish were caught on certain days. So unfortunately I have to start over, but the stories are well documented both on Facebook and YouTube of the big fish that I caught. And I told him that the fish was up under the pier, but he ignored me. You know how husbands say, and I ended up catching that fish. That was a good one. And he had caught a big fish that day as well. And so we took my fish over to the bucket with his fish and put it in. And my fish was like, Godzilla in the bucket. And he was trying to pick up his fish so he could put them side by side to measure them, which he really didn't have to do. You could see it. Stevie Wonder could have seen that my fish was the biggest. But anyway, when he went to try to get mine back out of the bucket, it was flip-flopping, 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 flip-flopping. He splashed water all in his face and his mouth. And I have some of it recorded. It was hilarious. I had to give him paper towel because that fish gave him a bath. And all the way home, that fish flipped and it flopped, it flipped and it flopped, it flipped and it flopped. All the way home, we could hear it. And I believe, did I cook that fish or did I give it away? Uh-oh, look at him. Number 3. I'm so glad he catching them. Number 3. But he's on my side of the pier. I always fish
There's enough room
this
for you
side. Why didn't you fish on your own side today?
There's enough room over here.
But answer the question.
What?
Why didn't you fish on?
I don't have a side.
Yes, you do.
Every side is on.
Okay, you guys go back and look at all the recordings that I have ever done, and you can clearly see that he's on the right and I'm always on the left side of the pier. But he runs over here to my side and catches the fish.
I don't see no name.
Maybe that's why those girls that day were on this side, remember?
Mm-hmm.
On the beach side. Because the last time we were here, we didn't catch any, did we? Well, maybe, no, I think so. Because
Yes,
I
we
think
did.
we caught some.
I caught 2 and you caught 3.
Yeah, if I have it written down. All right, somebody's gonna be happy. Somebody's gonna be happy. Hey, hey, fish for my girlfriend. Fish for my girlfriend. But I gotta clean them. I don't have any newspaper. I guess I could just use brown paper sacks. Do I have any wrapping paper? I think I left all the wrapping paper at the old house that I didn't use to like wrap up things. I had bought bubble wrap and I caught it on sale actually at Menards, but Amazon, they wanted too much for bubble wrap, so I just started using old roll gift wrap and old towels, like bath towels or hand towels. I used tea towels, cup towels, kitchen towels, whatever you want to call them. I used all of those things to wrap up all the delicate items that could break. But so far, how long we been here? About 45 minutes?
Maybe.
And I need to go back on Facebook Live. So at this point, since I have her a small meal here, I'm going to stop this video and go back on Facebook Live and show off what the catch has been so far for the day. All right, I appreciate you and thank you for watching. You guys have a good day.